Straight Talk with your host, Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, Simply Straight Talk.
Hello, Simply Straight Talk family. Are you ready to turn up the conversation dial? Well, today's topic will get your juices flowing. The topic of the day is why some men have a side chick. The side chick is basically the other woman. But what is it about the side chick that makes her so important in some men's lives? And why do some women enjoy the role of being a side chick? Well, you're about to find out right here on the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is your host, Reggie, and today we're going to be talking about why do some men have a side chick? That's right. Why do some men have a side chick? Now, I know a lot of people are familiar with the side chick. Now, let's not forget, not only do we have side chicks, but we also have side dudes. But today we're going to cover side chicks, but this can also apply to a side dude as well. That's right, guys. You can be that side dude. So just because you got a side chick, don't think that your woman may not have you being the side dude or has a side dude. Let's just keep it real. Now, when we're talking about a side chick, I want to put this out here at first. I am simply stating why some men might feel the need for a side chick. So do not come at me saying that, yes, that this is what I am supporting. Now, I myself believe that when two people are in a relationship, that it should be the two people. I am not saying that I condone the side chick. I'm not saying I condone any woman having a side dude. I'm just saying that this is the reason why some men may elect to bring on a side chick. Now that I got that out there, and I hope you keep that in mind as we go through this, because some of this stuff is probably going to hit home with some people. Some of this stuff is probably going to make people feel like, I don't really like that. But you know what? It's a topic for discussion. It's open, so we can discuss it. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, when it comes to the side chick, in case you don't know, and somebody's saying, well, what is a side chick? A side chick is basically when a guy has a woman. Now, it could be his wife or it could be his girlfriend, his fiance. This is the person that's supposed to be the one that he is in love with, he wants to be with, which is why having a side chick is going to contradict all this, but we're going to get into that. But this is supposed to be the one that he goes home and lays with every night. Okay, that's who what they call the main woman. Okay. But if you got the main woman, that should be the only woman. But let's move on. Now, when we talk about a side chick, the side chick is the woman on the side. Now, sometimes the side chick may know that the guy has another woman. Sometimes she doesn't know that he's in a relationship with somebody else, which means you got a guy who's now making excuses as to why he can't be with her on these days, why he can't hang with her on these days, why she can only call at certain times, why it takes him a while to respond back to calls. But you also have women out there who know that they are the side chick and they accept that role. They are totally cool with being the side chick. So the side chick is really just the woman who's on the side. She may or may not be aware that she is the side chick. If she isn't, then she's thinking that there's a potential that there's going to be a relationship way past this. And some women are under the impression that he's going to leave the woman that he's with to be with her. Now, it could go either way. You got some guys who may eventually go that route and some guys who like, listen, no, just play your role. And some women are cool with that. Now, why would a woman choose to be a side chick? Now, there's different reasons now, because you got to realize every woman is different. Every woman does not have the same mentality. So you're going to have different perspective from women on this situation. Some women say, I will never be a side chick. I will never knowingly allow a man to be with me and be with somebody else. But there are women out there who say, listen, I'm cool with the side chick. And she may say, for this reason, I'm cool with the side chick role because it means I don't have any real commitment to you. And you can't set any terms on my life. See, I'm not obligated to you. There is no commitment. So I don't have to run behind you. I can see you when I want to see you. I have control of what we do when we see each other, when we do it, when we don't do it. So if I don't have any real commitments to you, then you know what? You don't have any real commitments to me. Okay? This is simply a benefits package deal. That's it. It's just benefits. I need company. You need company. That's it. So that's why some women may elect the no real commitment mindset of why they want to be a side chick, because they know that that guy has somebody else and he needs to go home to her so she can have her time by herself, be at home and not worried about, oh, is he coming home, not coming home? She don't got to worry about all that. Your bills are your bills. My bills are my bills. Unless you're not acting right, you're going to start paying some of my bills. Now, the next reason some women might decide that, hey, there's nothing wrong with being a side chick is the benefits of having that companionship. Plus, she's getting gifts. She might be getting Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, anniversary side chick gifts. So some guys are going to keep that side chick happy by bringing her gifts and, sort of making her feel like she's special. Because he wants to feel special, so he's making her feel special. Like, look, I know you the side chick and all, but I wanted to get you this or do that. And some women like that. Some women actually make out pretty good with the gifts they get from being a side chick. And kind of to touch on what we said before about no real commitments, another reason why a woman may elect to be a side chick is total freedom. Freedom to be with whoever she wants to be with, free to do whatever she wants to do. And it kind of goes back into the thing that she has no obligations to this person whatsoever. None. Because their relationship is just simply based on both getting something that they want. She's not married. They're not exclusive. They're not just totally singled out for each other. It's just two people that just happen to get together when they feel like it or talk when they feel like it. So she doesn't feel obligated to call him. He shouldn't feel obligated to call her. They talk whenever, so it's just, she has her freedom. You may have a woman that just truly enjoys her freedom, and having the freedom to be the side chick means that she doesn't have to do anything for this guy other than whatever they have agreed to do. Okay. Now, another reason a woman may elect to be a side chick is someone did it to her in the past. And for some reason, now you got people. Now let's think about this for a minute before you start saying that's crazy. Sometimes when a person has been really hurt in the past, and it could have been the fact that she could have been dating the guy had a side chick. And of course, she didn't know about the side chick. So when it happened to her, she was in shock. So when it comes around again, her mindset could probably be like, you know what? Why am I stressing myself when somebody did it to me and I took a loss? I'm not going to lose again. If I took a loss, somebody else is going to take a loss. I don't care. Now, this is something that I really hate to see in men and women. But one of the main reasons I think that a lot of people may move towards being a side chick or even a side dude is the fact that they have been hurt so much in previous relationships that they just have become emotionally detached from the idea of being in a relationship. And they just need that companionship fix. That's it. Every once in a while, they just need somebody to stop by, either hang out with, talk to, or maybe have a sexual encounter and be on their way, because they have been hurt. And because emotionally, they just really feel like, I don't want to risk being hurt again. I don't want to risk falling in love. I don't want to risk sharing my life with somebody or exposing myself or becoming weak because of somebody else who I feel I can trust just to find out that I can't. I'm just making the decision that, you know what? I'm just going to be emotionally detached. So, because you got to understand something. There are people who can have sex with you and be emotionally detached because the interaction between you two is simply the stimulation. That's it. And once the stimulation is gone, that's it. There is no, wow, come back. I miss you. I love you. There is no love. There's nothing. It's just, I need to be satisfied right now. And once this is done, get your stuff. Don't leave a toothbrush. Don't leave no cologne. Don't leave a sock. Don't leave your shoes. Take your scent with you. Because I'm Febrezing the house as soon as you walk out the front door. Matter of fact, I'm Febrezing you out the door while you walking out. Because some people have really just become that emotional detached because they have been hurt previously in relationships before. Now, when we talk about side chick, there are some assumptions around side chicks. Like some people assume that a side chick has to be a young woman, someone in their 20s. Totally not true. A side chick can be someone in her 40s or 50s. It depends on her, whether, like I said, whether she knows it or doesn't want to know it. But a side chick does not have to be a young woman. And you'll be surprised that there are a lot of side chicks out here right now by choice that are older women. 40s, 50s. So don't think that it's always young women. Other people say that a side chick is either a hood chick or a thought. Totally not true. That is absolutely not true. Because just because a woman is a side chick doesn't mean that she's a hood chick or a thought. Like I gave you some reasons before why a woman might have that mindset of saying, you know what, I just rather be the side chick. And some people say that a side chick is just a woman who's trying to set guys up. Get them to be the side chick, make them fall in love, then start blackmailing. Talking about, well, you know what? If you don't buy me this, I'm going to go back and tell your wife. If you don't buy me this, if you don't do this, if you don't pay this bill. And that's possible. That can happen. It really can happen. But if a guy wants to bring a side chick in, that's the risk you're going to run. So if you want to play that game, you better be prepared to pay the price. Now, being a side chick and bringing a side chick in. Now, we gave some reasons. Now, those are just some reasons that were kind of heard and researched and thought about as far as why a woman would elect to be a side chick. But now we got to understand the reasons. Why would a man determine that he needs a side chick in his life? What would make a man say, I think I need to get a side chick? Because there's two sides to this story now. There's the women's side of the story. Then there's the men's side of the story. So, but like I said, I am not condoning the fact that a side chick is absolutely necessary. I'm not saying that a side chick is right. But we're in a day and age where relationships are changing. You have many men right now that are electing not to get married. You got women who are saying, look, I don't want to play the woman anymore. I want to be the head of the house. I want to do my own thing. You got women saying, I don't need a man now. I don't need to be in a relationship. So, you got different views on different sides. So what is it about this that makes some men say, I think I want to have a side chick. I think I need a side chick in my life. Now, when we talk about side chicks, like I say, don't assume that a side chick is always somebody that's from the hood or that's a thought or this ghetto type woman. Because if you think that, you're going to be totally wrong. You're going to be totally wrong. And you are making a really, really false assumption of what a side chick is. And not only are you underestimating the other women in this world, you might be downplaying some of the things that you need to step up yourself. Now, like I said, you can apply this to women and you can apply this to men who are side dudes. Now, men, I call back pockets. Now, the reason I call men back pockets, because I have known women who actually have said that they have a guy who they consider to be their main guy. But if he starts acting up, they always keep a guy in the back pocket. And they just put a hot dog on a string and basically just wave it in front of him, make it smell good, just enough to keep him around. So if the other dudes start tripping, they got a fallback to go to until they determine what they're going to do. So like I said, this can go both ways. You got side chicks, you got side dudes. So, but right now we're talking about side chicks. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you why men choose side chicks. So keep it right here on the Simply Straight Talk show, because like I said, there are two sides to every story, and you definitely want to hear both sides of this discussion. Like I said, you may agree, you may not agree, but one thing you can agree on, this is something that everybody can learn from. So keep it tuned right here. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to jump right back into this topic.
Don't even think about it. We got more straight talk just for you.
Right, Simply Straight Talk family. We want to return the love you have shown us back to you. Reggie will be giving away great prizes during certain Simply Straight Talk podcast shows, so make sure you subscribe and listen to the show for your chance to win. Just imagine being able to take 4 people to the movies, a free night in a hotel, a gift card with cash for a restaurant, or one of our Simply Straight Talk podcast shirts. There will be other prizes as well. For more information, visit our website at www.rmviaging.com and click on Simply Straight Talk Podcast in the menu.
We're back with the conversation starter and the voice that works harder. Your host, Reggie.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Simply Straight Talk show. And today we're talking about why some men have side chicks. Now, we already know that anytime you're in a committed relationship with somebody, you should not be trying to double dip with somebody else. And that goes for men and women. Because men cheat, women cheat, but nobody is saying that it's right. And the worst thing you can do is have somebody have their heart broken. That is the worst thing to have on your conscience. Now, when we're talking about side chicks, earlier we talked about what a side chick was, basically the other woman. Then we talked about some reasons that some men have elected to have a side chick in their life. Now, for some of the reasons that a woman would accept to be a side chick, we said, no real commitment, benefits plus gifts. She has a freedom. Somebody did it to her in the past, and she's been hurt so much in previous relationships that she's now emotionally detached from the idea of being in a relationship. Now, we also said that some of the things people assume about side chicks were they had to be young, they were hood chicks or thoughts, and they were trying to set some guys up. Now, in this part of the show, we are going to be talking about why some men, I'm not going to say all men, why some men have chosen to have a side chick in their life. They have a woman in their life already, but what has made them cross the road and say, listen, I got her, but I need you, or I want you? Because does he necessarily need her? Now, that's a good question, because you got to understand something. There's a difference between needing somebody in your life and wanting somebody in your life. Now, let me school some of y'all out there. When a person says he needs someone in their life or she needs someone in their life, that means that that person is bringing something to the table that's going to lift and elevate them to a higher level of life. That's what it is when you need somebody. That person gives you something that feels like you can conquer the world. Now, when you want somebody in your life, that basically means that there's either a physical or you're going off of a dream, or basically you looked at this person and said, man, I want that person in my life, but it doesn't mean that that person actually is going to inspire or motivate you to do anything. So without further ado, let's look at the reason why some men have a side chick. Now, I'm going down this list, and the first thing I'm actually going to say is what I honestly believe is the number one. But that's me. Like I said, this is just me. No peace at home. You got to understand something. And I'm speaking as a man, a masculine man speaking for those other masculine men who do feel this way. There is nothing worse than going out to a job to where you're stressed at the job. You're worried about bills. You want to take care of your woman. You want to make sure everything is okay. But when you come home, you're coming home to arguing. You're coming home to a contentious woman, an angry woman, a bitter woman. And like I said, women, I'm not talking about these men that's out here just lazing around, not doing nothing. I'm talking about a good man who really wants something in his life. But when he's coming home to a woman to where it's always a problem, it's always an issue, Okay? He has no peace at home. He has no peace from the person who's supposed to be giving him some peace, some comfort. And if he's not getting that, that could make him sort of kind of like, you know what? I don't feel like going home. I don't feel like hearing the drama. I don't feel like hearing the bull crap. I just need to get some peace. I need my mind to go somewhere else where I can just let my mind relax and unwind. And when he does that, that's that other chick. That's that other chick who's like, listen, just sit down, relax, take your shoes off. Matter of fact, let me take your shoes off. You just relax. I done ran some bath water. Just relax. And you know what? We can deal with all that other stuff later. You just got off work. You just walked in the house. Let's not go through a bunch of stuff. You relax, baby. That's the difference between the woman who you're with versus a man saying, well, if the side chick does that, but the other woman brings arguments. And here's the big one. Feminine qualities. For some reason, please don't get mad at me, women, but it's the absolute truth. It is becoming a point to where a lot of women these days are not really feminine. You know, for some reason, for a man to say, you know, that a woman is feminine, they take it as a sign of weakness. No, a feminine is what a woman is supposed to be. A good masculine man loves a feminine woman. Feminine does not mean that you're dumb or you got to talk stupid. It just means that you're a lady in the way you walk, in the way you carry yourself. It means sexy. It means beauty. It doesn't mean that you're dumb or stupid. Where is the feminine in the women these days? You see more women spitting and cursing and rah. You know, it's like, if I wanted that, then you'll be gay. But you're not. I'm a man. I want a woman. I want a feminine woman. Okay? And the other thing, here's another reason a man may go to a side chick. She comforts him and she listens. Because sometimes when a person goes home, like I said, this can go the same way while a woman might choose a side dude because a man are not doing these things as well. So I'm covering both sides here. But if you're not getting comfort from your mate, okay, they're not comforting you. And when you go home, your mate doesn't listen. If you're telling your mate, you know, man, I don't know how to do it. This job is just getting ridiculous. It's getting crazy. It's like every day this manager is just finding something to come after me for, and it's not even my fault. Well, nobody told you to take that job in the first place. Maybe you ought to find something else. I'm sick of hearing about that job. Well, you know what? That's part of being in a relationship. For the man and woman to be able to express themselves to each other. For the man and woman to be able to be together. Whoever your partner is, you have to have those qualities, those traits. So that's just a part of it. That's just a part of being in a relationship. You have to listen to each other. You have to listen to each other and know how to comfort your mate. Now, here's another one. A lot of people think that sex is the number one reason that most men have a side chick. I'm telling you right now, sex is not the real reason. It is not the number one reason that most men have a side chick. Now, can some people be more sexually creative and attentive? Yes, that does help. But it is not the number one reason that men go out and get a side chick. Now, as a man, you should work to be more creative, more romantic, more, sensitive and insatiable to your woman. And in the same thing with a woman to her man, you have to learn how to keep that spark going sexually, because if you can't do it, if you decide that I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm mad, I don't feel like it, and you going 3 to 4 weeks because you got an attitude or you're upset, it's like the old saying go, what your partner won't do, somebody else will do. And it's not that a person is out there looking for it. They're not looking for it. But are you pushing them to recognize what somebody else could be bringing to the table because of your behavior and because of your actions? Now, here's what I think is probably one of the most number one reasons. Well, I said what the number one was, a peace at home. But I honestly feel like this right here is another reason that a lot of men have elected to go to the side chick, and which is she encourages and inspires. And this is based on the fact that she listens. She listens. She really listens when he speaks. Now, I'm gonna kind of go over my programming time right now, but I feel like right now I need to tell you this. I need to share this with you. Now, I'm gonna share this with you, but I want you to understand something. This was a long time ago. Long time ago. Okay? A long time ago. I want to say that. It was a long time ago. But here, listen, I'm using this example from my personal life because I really want to set your mind to understand how a man's mind can think. Okay? So here we go. Now, a while ago, I used to hang with this dude, cool dude, but he liked going to the strip clubs. So I went to the strip clubs with him one time. And it was funny because he said, we need to stop by the ATM. For those of y'all know, you got to throw some little money, whatever. So he pulled out like $100 and some. I took out $40. And he was laughing at me. He's like, really? You only getting $40? I'm like, yeah, I ain't blowing no money like that. And it was $10 to get in. So I was already down to 30, which I was cool with because I thought the 10 was too much. But going in there, okay, now here's the thing. I was in a relationship at the time, but the person I was with spent more time focused on other people's thoughts. Like at one time, I really did want to start my own business earlier at that point. And when I said I wanted to start the business, she was like, well, why you want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. You got a job now. Why you want to throw your job away over something that may not work? So needless to say, I put it behind me because I ended up feeling like, wow, okay, maybe it was a dumb idea. So when we went to the strip club, there was this stripper by the name of Leo. And when I was sitting there talking to her, and she was like, what do you do? I told her what I did. And I said, but I'm thinking about starting my own business, this, and this. She said, okay, have you researched it? I'm like, yeah, I looked into it. I said, it can really work if I do this and this. I said, but I think it's just a dumb idea. And she was just more inspirational and motivational than the woman who I was going home to every night. This is somebody who I just met. Literally just met. When we walked in, we sat at this back table. She came in, sat down on my lap, and already this woman was making me feel like I can go after my dream. Whereas the person who I was coming home to every day and paying bills for was making me feel like my dreams was garbage. So you get what I'm saying when I say that, a side chick can encourage and inspire, whereas your main chick can demasculate and kill your dreams. So you got to ask yourself, what are you doing with the person you with? Are you trying to be what they need? Are you trying to be comforting and listening and encouraging and inspiring? Or are you just so fed up with the situation that you have become so negative that the person really is seeking outside confirmation that they can be who they are meant to be in life and do what they need to do? That's just something to think about. And think about that while we take this break. We'll be right back as you're listening right here to the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, are you looking for some great music, upbeat and with a positive voice? Well, the song I Stand With You is exactly what you need. This timeless song has a pop version sung by Audrey Carmel. And a reggae version sung by General Steele, now known as Revelation.
Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through.
These songs are now available on iTunes and other digital platforms for download. Don't miss out. Get your copy today.
Give life your best, and I know.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we were talking about the subject of why some men feel the need to have a side chick in their life. Now, I want to honestly say that I've never been one to feel like having an additional person in a relationship is necessary. And I do feel like if you're not happy with somebody you're with, then take the time to talk to them, explain to them your feelings, tell them why you're not happy. If it works for the benefit of both of you, try to seek counseling, whether it be spiritual counseling through the church or professional counseling from a marriage counselor. But definitely take time to evaluate the fact of, are you in a relationship that's healthy? Are you in a relationship that inspires and motivates you to be more than who you are? Now, I want to clarify something. When I say you're in a relationship that inspires you to be more than who you are, I'm talking about somebody who makes you feel like there is so much more in you, that you can accomplish so much more in your life, that when you tell them that you have dreams you want to fulfill, you have things you want to do, that this person is supportive of your dream. They're supportive of you going after what you want, as long as you are doing it responsibly. And I say that now because I want to be clear. There's a big difference between, listen, I have a dream. I want to start a business. So what I want to do is kind of look at our finances and how we kind of set things back so I can either go to school or I can learn a trade, something to help me get started in this business. And that's being responsible about pursuing your dream, pursuing your goals. Whereas somebody who's being irresponsible saying, listen, I want to be a real estate agent, so I just quit my job. So you're going to have to handle everything and all the bills coming in. Oh, by the way, I quit my job 2 months ago. So that's the difference between somebody being responsible and irresponsible with being in a relationship. As for having a side chick, I see the pros and I see the cons. But my thing about it is the pros should be able to be established within the home that you're in with the person you with. You should not have to seek those pros outside of your relationship. Now, it's sad that a person feels like they can't have peace in their home. They're with somebody that doesn't inspire them to be who they want to be. They're with someone who doesn't give them hope, motivation. They don't have that team partnership in a relationship to where you both have dreams and goals and you have the understanding that we're both going to pursue these. Now, we did mention the fact that sometimes sexual experiences come into play to where a person wants a little more or wants to try something a little different, maybe a little more romance, maybe a little more sensitivity. Talk to your partner first before you decide to step out, and be mindful of the fact that I never recommend just breaking up with somebody because you don't, for some stupid reasons. Always try to put effort into the relationship. And don't be afraid to talk and communicate. And men and women communicate differently. So you have to learn how to read verbal and nonverbal signs about your mate. You know when you kiss your mate, if your mate is responsive to your kiss, your touch, holding you. You know that. So if you feel like that, talk to him. And if your mate asks you, hey, I've been feeling like this. Is everything okay? Is it something I can do? Don't just say everything is fine and blow it off because you're either too afraid to say what you're feeling or you feel like they should know. Tell them, give them the opportunity to correct the situation before you make the drastic mistake of going out there, getting with a side person to whether either the side dude will get you pregnant or your man will get the side chick pregnant. And then you're both in a hot mess that there's just probably no coming back from. When I talk about peace at home, I look at the movie Fences with Viola Davis and Denzel Washington. And one of the things when Denzel Washington was explaining the fact of how he felt like he couldn't get peace at home, she was saying you should have sought your peace at home. Sometimes life itself can be so overwhelming to the fact that we feel like we're dealing with so much that we actually block each other out from actually hearing and seeing what's going on in the hearts and minds of the very person that we're actually with every night and day. So I wish you all peace, love, God bless, and always remember, if you're a side chick, you deserve better. If you're a man out there or a woman in a relationship, take time to try to figure out how to make the relationship better by communicating with each other. Don't think that stepping out is going to fix anything. You cannot get that just by stepping out because you still have to come back home. And the worst thing is to come back home after being with something you thought was good just to find out you were sleeping with cancer. All right, this is Reggie with Simply Straight Talk, baby. Love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. We'll catch y'all next week.
Thank you for tuning in to today's show. Be sure to subscribe for more motivational topics based on real-life conversations, and don't forget to rate, review, and share our show so we can continue to bring you the best in real-life conversations. Join us next week right here on Simply Straight Talk.